The Florida sun rose over Pelican Golf Club, casting golden rays across manicured fairways and glistening greens. But this wasn't just any Wednesday morning in Tampa. Thousands of fans gathered, their anticipation buzzing through the air like electricity. Today, Caitlyn Clark was returning to the Anukkaka Prom, and the excitement was palpable. For the second consecutive year, the WNBA superstar, known for her lightning-fast drives and unstoppable energy on the basketball court, was stepping into the world of professional golf, and the crowd was ready to make it an unforgettable spectacle. Clark arrived in style, a vision of confidence and poise. Decked in a head-to-toe Nike outfit with her personal CC logo on display, she exuded a sense of calm power. From the jogger-like golf pants to the cropped baby blue sweater and pristine white polo, every piece of her ensemble was carefully chosen, sending a clear message. Caitlyn Clark is more than a basketball player. She's a brand, a force, and a trailblazer. Fans lined every edge of the fairway, many wearing fever jerseys to show their support, their voices rising into a chorus that could be heard from the parking lot. The sheer scale of the crowd transformed the Prom into a spectacle usually reserved for major tournaments. But Clark's entrance was more than fashion or fanfare. Alongside her were Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall, teammates turned caddies, their energy and camaraderie evident with every laugh and playful jab exchanged. The dynamic trio brought the locker room to the golf course, effortlessly blending humor, strategy, and genuine friendship. Their chemistry was magnetic, instantly pulling the attention of everyone present, and cameras followed every interaction. Every joke, every tease, every calculated glance at the greens highlighted not just Clark's star power, but the tight-knit bonds that make the Indiana Fever more than just a team. Even the seasoned LPGA players couldn't help but notice. Nelly Korda, one of the top stars in women's golf, described the atmosphere as electric, unlike anything we've ever experienced. The gallery wasn't just there to watch a basketball star swing a club. They were witnessing a phenomenon. Clark's presence elevated the tournament instantly, turning a routine Prom into a must-see event. Reporters, analysts, and fans all seemed to agree. This wasn't about golf alone. It was about the way Clark moves, inspires, and commands attention wherever she goes. Every step she took onto the first tee carried purpose, determination, and confidence. As she lifted her club and prepared for her first swing, the roar of thousands of voices created a moment that transcended sport. Caitlyn Clark was not just arriving at a golf tournament. She was making a statement. She belongs, she leads, and she elevates everything and everyone around her. Caitlyn Clark's arrival wasn't just a physical entrance. It was a statement of intent. As she stepped onto the first tee, cameras flashed, fans erupted, and every detail of her appearance became headline-worthy. From head to toe, Clark was a Nike. But this wasn't just any Nike outfit. It was her own branded CC collection, carefully designed to highlight her growing empire beyond basketball. The light blue crop sweater paired with crisp white polo, jogger-style pants, and signature golf shoes were more than clothing. They were a message. Every camera angle captured her logo gleaming in the Florida sun, every movement reinforcing the idea that Caitlyn Clark's influence stretches far beyond the hardwood. As reporters crowded around, eager for the first glimpse of her cross-sport adventure, Clark revealed just enough to keep everyone on edge. Her newest Player Edition golf shoes, still in development, were deliberately absent, a tease that had the media speculating about what's next for the star athlete. The attention to detail in her gear mirrored the precision she demands from herself in every arena, on the court and off. Every stitch, every logo, every color choice was deliberate. She wasn't just playing golf, she was controlling the narrative. The world was watching, and she knew exactly how to hold the spotlight. The crowd, already thousands strong, erupted with approval. Fans wore fever jerseys and wave signs that bridged basketball and golf, a visible symbol of Clark's cross-sport appeal. Even seasoned LPGA professionals couldn't help but notice. Nelly Korda, paired with Clark for part of the Prom, described the energy as unlike anything I've ever experienced. Reporters noted how the golf world was fully embracing her presence, while the WNBA continued to lag behind, hesitant to fully recognize the star power she embodies. Clark's arrival proved that in any arena, her charisma and talent transform ordinary events into cultural moments. Media outlets immediately picked up the story, wall-to-wall coverage highlighting not just her golf swing, but her brand, her personality, and her influence. Interviews, slow-motion shots of her warming up, and close-ups of her signature CC logos dominated social media feeds. Fans debated her golf technique, while also marveling at her fashion choices, her confidence, and the effortless way she commands attention. The Golf Channel dubbed it the Caitlyn Clark effect, noting how she elevates the entire event simply by being present. Even as she joked with reporters and shared light-hearted banter with Cunningham and Hall, it was clear that every movement, every word, every glance was part of a larger strategy. Clark's appearance wasn't just about golf. It was about showing the world that her influence is undeniable. She's a multidimensional athlete, a trendsetter, and a cultural icon in the making. And as she lifted her club for that first swing, the roar of the crowd wasn't just cheering for golf. It was celebrating a movement, a phenomenon that would redefine what it means to be a superstar in women's sports. The first tee at Pelican Golf Club transformed into a stage worthy of a championship. As Caitlyn Clark approached, the thousands of fans surrounding the fairway erupted in a wave of energy that rattled the gallery. This wasn't a casual prom vibe. This was major tournament intensity. Fans, many dressed in fever jerseys, stretched multiple rows deep, cameras and phones raised to capture every moment. The roar was deafening, reaching from the parking lot to the greens, and every eye was locked on Clark. It was clear that she wasn't just playing golf. She was commanding the attention of an entire arena. Clark walked with an effortless blend of focus and charisma, every step measured yet natural, projecting confidence and calm power. The crowd responded to her presence like they would to a major superstar walking onto a basketball court, their excitement electric and contagious. As she prepared for her first swing, the atmosphere intensified. The cheers weren't just for technique or skill. They were for Clark herself, a recognition of her ability to dominate attention wherever she goes. Her teammates, Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall, flanked her as caddies, bringing a sense of camaraderie and levity to the intensity. Their playful interactions, jokes, and laughter punctuated the tension of the moment, showing that this wasn't about pressure. It was about joy, connection, and shared passion. The locker room energy they carried onto the golf course was palpable. Every glance, every nudge, every tip about stance or swing was a reminder of the trust and chemistry these athletes share, both on and off the basketball court. Even seasoned LPGA stars were captivated. Nelly Korda, who paired with Clark during the round, noted how the energy Clark brought was unlike anything she'd seen at a prom. The combination of fan enthusiasm, media presence, and sheer star power created an atmosphere more akin to a concert or championship than a casual Wednesday event. Cameras captured every detail, from Clark's intense focus at the tee to the subtle nods and encouragement from her teammates. Analysts noted that Clark has the rare ability to turn even a minor sporting event into a cultural moment, and today was proof. As Clark lifted her club and swung with precision, the gallery erupted again. Fans cheered, laughed, and shouted in unison, embracing the unique fusion of basketball flair and golf precision. Even from the first swing, it was evident that her presence was transformative. Every movement amplified the crowd's excitement, and every cheer reaffirmed her influence across sports. Clark wasn't just competing, she was elevating everyone around her, proving that when she steps into any arena, the world watches. Once Caitlyn Clark settled into the rhythm of the round, the real magic began, not just in her swings, but in the playful camaraderie she shared with Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. The trio transformed the course into a stage for laughter, strategy, and authentic friendship. Every tee box became a mini locker room, with jokes flying, mock competitiveness sparking, and moments that quickly went viral on social media. Fans and cameras alike were treated to a side of these athletes rarely seen during intense WNBA games. Unguarded, playful, and human. Sophie and Lexi weren't just props. They were active participants in Clark's journey across the greens. Cunningham called yardages like a coach directing a fast break, translating her basketball instincts into golf strategy. Hall's keen eye for putting lines became crucial as Clark attempted some of the more challenging shots. Their teamwork wasn't just supportive, it was transformative. Clark's swings improved with their guidance, but the highlight was the energy they created. Fans erupted not only at her shots, but at every joke, ribbing, and playful nudge exchanged between the three athletes. Humor punctuated the day in ways that made the event unforgettable. One mis-hit shot, executed with exaggerated dramatics, drew laughter from both gallery and camera crews. When a stray drive accidentally landed near a fan, Clark immediately shouted, "Man down." Sophie rushed over to apologize, only for the fan to grin and say, "It was worth it." The trio's banter turned potential chaos into comedy gold, perfectly blending competitive spirit with personality-driven entertainment. The energy was infectious. Viewers online and fans in attendance were laughing along, sharing clips, and eagerly following every swing. Even small moments became iconic. Clark's playful, happy, Gilmore-inspired swings drew cheers, while her genuine reactions to every putt revealed the passion behind the performance. Cunningham's mock exasperation at her own shots, Hall's thoughtful guidance, and Clark's exuberant celebrations created a narrative that felt both spontaneous and deeply connected. This wasn't a staged PR event. It was three athletes enjoying themselves, pushing each other, and sharing their personalities with thousands of captivated fans. Analysts quickly noted the impact of Clark's presence on the sport. The Prom, normally a subdued gathering of golf professionals, had been transformed into a cultural moment. The combination of skill, star power, and authentic chemistry drew attention from fans of multiple sports, social media platforms, and national media outlets. Clark's ability to blend competitive excellence with relatable human moments proved why she transcends basketball. The golf course became a stage for personality, power, and joy, and the audience couldn't get enough. By mid-morning, Caitlyn Clark's presence at Pelican Golf Club had fully captured the national spotlight. The Prom, initially a routine event, had become a media sensation. Cameras followed her every move. Social media feeds exploded with clips of her swings, her laughter, and her chemistry with Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. Fans were sharing posts, creating memes, and discussing everything from her golf form to her iconic outfit. Analysts on Golf Channel remarked that this was the Caitlyn Clark effect in action. Her ability to transform even a standard prom into must-watch television was undeniable. National sports networks quickly joined in. Reports highlighted Clark's cross-sport appeal, noting how her charisma and competitive energy drew new audiences to golf, while showcasing the power of women's athletics. Analysts emphasized that the LPGA had embraced her fully, offering prime camera coverage, celebrity pairings with stars like Nelly Korda, and red carpet treatment usually reserved for golf's elite. In contrast, the WNBA's cautious approach to her stardom seemed stark. While golf celebrated her impact, basketball officials were still hesitant to fully acknowledge the influence she commands, a narrative that wasn't lost on media commentators. Clark's day wasn't just about personal branding. It was a statement on how sports handle star power and visibility. Her presence elevated the event for every participant, every fan, and every media outlet. The LPGA recognized the value she brought and leveraged it, while the WNBA had, at times, appeared threatened by the very visibility Clark naturally generates. Analysts were quick to note that when an athlete of Clark's caliber steps into a different sport, they don't just participate, they create opportunities, inspire cross-audience engagement, and set new standards for visibility. Social media played a massive role. Clips of Clark laughing, high-fiving fans, or offering playful advice to Cunningham and Hall went viral within hours. Highlights of her swings were paired with commentary about her leadership, competitive spirit, and ability to elevate everyone around her. Even casual fans of basketball were tuning in to watch a prom, fascinated by her presence and intrigued by the seamless blend of athleticism, charisma, and personality she brought to the course. The day's media frenzy wasn't limited to coverage of shots or swings. It extended to her overall narrative. Clark was healthy, poised, and in command, showing off not only her golf skills, but also her ongoing recovery from previous WNBA injuries. The cross-sport coverage created a storyline that transcended a single event. Caitlyn Clark is more than an athlete. She's a phenomenon. Every outlet, from national networks to social media, amplified her impact, turning a routine golf outing into a lesson in how to leverage star power, inspire fans, and redefine the public perception of women's sports. Midway through the round, Caitlyn Clark paused on the putting green for a moment that would ripple across the basketball world. After sinking a logo putt with perfect precision, she turned toward the cameras, her confidence unmistakable. In that instant, Clark shared the news Fever fans had been anxiously awaiting. She was 100% healthy and ready to return to the court. The announcement was met with an eruption of cheers, chants, and pure joy from the crowd, a testament to her influence not just as a player, but as a symbol of resilience and excellence. The timing of this revelation was impeccable. Clark had endured a challenging season, plagued first by a right groin injury and then by a bone bruise in her left ankle. Each setback had prevented her from competing at her peak and left fans worried about the trajectory of both her career and the Fever's championship hopes. Yet here she was, physically strong, confident, and mentally prepared to lead her team once more. Every swing she executed during the round reinforced the message. Her body was ready, her focus unwavering, and her presence on the basketball court would once again be a game-changer. Clark also explained how golf had inadvertently become a part of her rehabilitation. The rotation and follow-through required for her swings helped strengthen muscles that had been weakened by injury. Her golf practice was more than leisure. It was a strategic part of her recovery, allowing her to rebuild stability, mobility, and confidence. Analysts noted the dual benefit. While fans saw an engaging, charismatic athlete on the greens, they were witnessing the proof of a meticulously planned return to professional basketball. The implications for the Indiana Fever were immediate and profound. The team had fought hard through the semifinals without her, but Clark's full return transformed their championship prospects. Her leadership, energy, and skill elevated everyone around her, creating a roster that was not only competitive, but truly formidable. Fans understood that the 2026 season would now be must-watch basketball. Clark's announcement also sent a broader message. Her resilience and dedication transcend individual setbacks, setting an example for young athletes everywhere about perseverance, preparation, and self-belief. National media and social platforms amplified the moment. Clips of her announcement paired with footage from the prom highlighted her incredible cross-sport appeal, showing that the excitement she generates isn't confined to one arena. Golf had embraced her fully. The WNBA was poised to welcome her back, and the world was reminded once again that Caitlyn Clark is not just a basketball player. She's a movement. Every cheer, every social media clip, every analytical highlight reinforced the idea that her journey is about more than sport. It's about inspiration, leadership, and the power of star athletes to redefine their fields. Section 7, Fan Interaction, Viral Moments, and Locker Room Energy. Approximate 470 words. Clark's day at Pelican Golf Club wasn't defined solely by her skills or her health announcement. It was the way she connected with fans, teammates, and media that made it unforgettable. Fans lined every green, waving Fever jerseys, holding signs, and chanting her name. Every putt, swing, or playful comment from Clark, Cunningham, and Hall became a viral clip within minutes. Social media exploded with laughter, excitement, and admiration, highlighting not only the athleticism on display, but the personalities behind the performance. The chemistry between Clark, Cunningham, and Hall turned every shot into a moment of entertainment. Playful banter, teasing, and encouragement were constant. When Sophie accidentally hit a fan's cap with a drive, Clark's immediate man down brought the gallery to laughter. The fans' light-hearted response, followed by Sophie's witty comeback, made the incident legendary online. These weren't scripted moments. They were authentic glimpses into the relationships that make the Fever's locker room a family. Even Hall's guidance during putting situations drew attention. Her analysis mirrored the strategic thinking she uses in basketball, showing that collaboration extended beyond golf technique into shared competitive mindset. Fans saw Clark celebrate good shots with the same intensity she shows for baskets on the court. Each laugh, each playful nudge, each cheer was a lesson in how camaraderie and personality can elevate any sporting event. Media outlets took notice, amplifying every interaction. Analysts praised Clark for her ability to draw attention, entertain, and inspire, noting that her influence was already expanding beyond basketball. By the time the round concluded, Pelican Golf Club had become a stage showcasing the full scope of her impact. Skill, charm, leadership, and star power seamlessly intertwined. Fans left energized, and online content created a lasting narrative of joy, excellence, and the magnetic pull of Caitlyn Clark's presence. Section 8. Closing and Legacy Impact. Approximate 480 words. By the end of the day, one truth was undeniable. Caitlyn Clark doesn't just play sports. She transforms them. From the first tee to the final hole, she commanded attention, elevated teammates, entertained fans, and dominated media coverage. Her presence at the Anukkaka Prom was a cultural moment, showcasing the crossover appeal that makes her one of the most influential athletes of her generation. Clark's health announcement capped the event perfectly. The revelation that she is fully recovered and ready to return to basketball reshaped the narrative for the Indiana Fever's 2026 season. Her leadership and energy are back at full strength, promising a roster capable of competing for a championship. Fans, once anxious about injuries, now have renewed hope and excitement. Social media buzzed with anticipation, shares, and fan reactions, cementing her status as a transformative figure in women's sports. Beyond basketball, the day highlighted the contrast in how sports organizations handle star power. The LPGA embraced Clark, showcasing her in prime coverage, pairing her with top players and celebrating her influence. Meanwhile, the WNBA, cautious and slow to recognize her impact, now faces the opportunity to learn from this cross-sport celebration. Clark's presence alone proved that star athletes can bring massive audiences, inspire new fans, and redefine the visibility of women's athletics. Her interactions with Cunningham and Hall emphasized the importance of chemistry, camaraderie, and joy. The playful banter, encouragement, and light-hearted moments went viral, reminding fans that behind every superstar is a human connection that resonates with audiences. These moments will be remembered not just as golf highlights, but as cultural touchpoints, exemplifying how authenticity and personality amplify athletic influence. As the sun set over Pelican Golf Club, the day's events left a lasting impression. Caitlyn Clark demonstrated that she is more than an athlete. She is a leader, an influencer, and a movement. Her ability to transcend sports, inspire fans, and elevate those around her confirms that the 2026 season is just the beginning of her next chapter. Every swing, every laugh, every announcement reinforced her legacy as a multidimensional superstar whose impact extends far beyond any single court or field. Are you ready to witness the next chapter of Caitlyn Clark's story? Because after today, there's no denying one thing: the world is watching, and she's rewriting the playbook for what female athletes can achieve.